Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kenya Moore has 99 problems and Marc Daly is all of them. It sucks when you wait so long to find a man or rent a man and he turns out to be like Marc. These two have been in court for what amounts to an eternity at this point. Despite never being around, Marc wants a piece of more manner. He also wants Kenya to be held in contempt because their daughter was in close proximity to an RHOA argument. Well, Kenya had her say and she didn't hold back. As Marc tries to get Kenya held in contempt, Kenya left no crumbs as she ate him up for lunch. Court documents shows Kenya let loose and revealed Marc is a FaceTime father. She also said he has only seen their daughter Brooklyn Daly a couple of times over the course of 2 years. This comes on the heels of Marc accusing Kenya of violating a court order. Kenya is supposed to let Marc know when Brooklyn appears on camera. Apparently, she forgot when Brooklyn appeared on RHOA and shot a pizza commercial. Additionally, Marc said Kenya would sabotage his FaceTime calls to Brooklyn and said he only spoke with her twice in June. But Kenya was not having any of it. She denies being a violation of any court order and said Marc was fully aware of the pizza commercial. Regarding the RHOA scene, Kenya shared Brooklyn was asleep and the whole thing was handled without haste. Then she bashed Marc for having the audacity to imply she interferes with his FaceTime calls. Her motion read, Mother and father had an established, scheduled time daily to call the child. In an attempt to create issues, father began to erratically change the times that he wanted to call on a well. He did this for the purpose of attempting to create an issue. Mother has implored father to be consistent with his calls, which he refuses to do. Nevertheless, father has been random in his behavior and unwilling to stick to the established schedule. Then Kenya clocked Marc for visiting his kid. He lives in New York and came to Atlanta twice. Both times she asked him to come by and see Brooklyn and both times he neglected to do so. Kenya actually paid for and traveled with the child to New York on the 2 occasions where Daly did see the child. The motion continued to level Marc. In both instances, the mother, on her own expense, took the child to see the father, it stated. In his failed attempt to have this court and the public believe otherwise, the evidence will show that father is simply a FaceTime father who is inconsistent with even talking to his child at best. Kenya has tried to settle, but Marc appears to be Energizer Bunny of litigation. The divorce is going to trial in the next 2 weeks. Thanks for listening and please don't forget to subscribe my channel.